Hey guys, I'm here in the race shop. It's Monday morning. Chase ain't here. He works first shift. I work second shift now. But he actually may be headed to Texas. Maybe I haven't heard from him, but he may be gone this week, maybe in a couple weeks. I don't know, but. Haven't heard, but he may be headed down to Texas to work a storm. So he's not going to be here most of the time, maybe. So anyhow, like I say, it's Monday morning. We raced Saturday, if you've seen the video, but I got quite a few different things I got to do this week. One big thing, the big thing, I guess, we're going to change the gear. The 700, we're running 700 gear right now. It's 486 in second gear. That makes 700 gear for us, but it's good. It's pretty good. It works pretty good for us. I think it would be perfect if we had a racing transmission, but. It's hurting him because he can't move down low. He can't run down low with that gear. The automatic transmission versus the race transmission, it's quite a bit of horsepower loss. So I think if we had a race transmission, keep coming back to that, don't I? I think if we had a race transmission, the 700 would be good. I think it'd be great, but he just ain't got the power to come out down low. So. We're going to swap the gear to 720, the 294 in first gear. So that's the biggest thing we're going to be doing. I got to do a few other things. I have to. One thing. Well, here you go. I'm going to do a little body work. This door right here. I got to do a little bit on that. I got to do a little bit on the corner. Got to fix our collector. See if I can get this light. Our collector, or I guess it's not our collector, but that little piece of exhaust pipe there, hooked on the end of our collector, that goes out, lets the exhaust go out the door. It's burning out, so I gotta change that. He said he was getting pretty fumed out up there in staging, waiting to go on the track. So we looked at it and seen it starting to burn out. They do that. Okay, what else? Gotta fix the rear bumper underneath the tailpiece, our bumper. It took two pretty good licks in the race. One in the middle of one of those big wrecks, and the other at the end of the race. He got spun. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but he got spun. He got hit pretty hard in the rear. The guy didn't mean to. It was an accident. He even come up and apologized. Real nice guy. I've been around him for years, but he's a real nice guy. So I got to fix that. And I gotta fix one of our wheels, our left rear wheel. It got rubbed on in one of those wrecks, and it bent the bead in. I gotta bend it back out. So that's the stuff I'm gonna be working on. Of course, we gotta do minor things too. Gotta adjust the lash. It's time for the oil change. I do that every 3 races, change the oil. So anyway, I got a lot to do, and I'm gonna get started on it. So hang out with us and we'll get it done. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is I gotta take this tailpiece off. brand new drill. I got it from Harbor Freight. This is the first time I used it. My other drill I got from Walmart, and it was a pretty good drill until I dropped it off this. I dropped it off. I was up here in this attic up here, and I dropped it off onto the concrete, and it worked for a pretty good while. But it finally messed up, so I got this in the Harbor Freight. Seems like it's going to work good. Okay, I'm sure most people know this, but when you drill rivets out, you'll notice how a lot of times when you're drilling it out, it'll drill to the side and not drill the rivet out. Or you drill only the head off and then you got the rivet still stuck in there. What you do, you take a punch. You could even knock it through. If you get a smaller one, you can knock it through it's the steel part inside the rivet. A lot of time when it cuts off there's still a little steel thing in there. You know, the long steel rod that's on the end of the rivet before you, let me get a rivet and I'll show you. So this part here will still be in there. And the drill bit will be sitting on top of top of this, and it'll drill to the side. So all you have to do is take a smaller than this. You can get a smaller punch, and you can knock that down through the rest of the way through, and then you'll just have your rivet, and you can drill the rivet. That won't drill to the side if it ever starts drilling to the side. But if you only drill the head off of the rivet, like a lot of these are, you can just take a punch and knock it through like that. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. Simple as that. In the past, I had fought with these daggum things and didn't understand it, you know. But it's just because of that. I didn't understand it. Like this is too small. Let me get a bigger one. You just gotta get whatever size you need. If that's still stuck on there, which it is a lot of times, and it's drilling sideways, you need to get a real small one that'll fit on the tip of that. But if you're knocking the actual rivet through, you'll need it. That way it won't go in the center of the rivet, you know. That's after you take the head off. Knock them right through. Just like that. Easy peasy. There we go. Okay. Now we can see the damage. You can see this got absolutely waylaid. Not really though. It did, but if you knew what this was, this bumper, it's really lightweight. even this is, I think. This car, it was more like what you call an old bomber car at one point. And my dad gave it to us, and we have slowly just changed it to what it is today. So it's a mixture of different stuff that was put on here with a inside of a actual steel body. So we've took stuff off, added stuff on. So some of it I don't know what it is, some does, but I added this bumper on. It's really lightweight. It's made out of like out of a trampoline frame. It's harder than heck to weld it. It's so thin. But that's what I wanted to do, bend, because your frame right here bends real easy in the back. So we want the bumper to bend and not the frame. So I took a real heavy lick. I may go a little bit heavier, because that stuff is really thin and it freaking sucks to weld. So, all right, I gotta cut it off there. I'm gonna cut this bumper off with a Sawzall. This Sawzall had like a quick release on it. It messed up. If you have one of these that mess up, I took and put me a small. I drilled out this hole a little bigger, put me a small screw through it, and you gotta drill the hole in the blades a little bit bigger, but it works. I'm gonna get a new one. There ain't very much. Like, you can get one for like 30 bucks. I just ain't done it yet. I don't know. I guess sometimes I feel like if I can still use it, I need to use it to get my money's worth. It's kind of aggravating and it flops around a little bit, but it'll get the job done, sort of. I'm gonna cut it off with this anyway. It'll do that. So let's do that. This is how much pressure it had on it. This is how much it popped out when I cut it loose from the other side. About a ½ inch. You gotta watch about that when you're cutting things loose. Like it's just like cutting a tree, and getting your chainsaw hung up in it. It's the same thing. These things are, when they bend, it's got a lot of pressure on it because it's usually bent. Anytime something bends, it gets shorter, so it's got a lot of pressure trying to pull that thing back in place from the rest of the car, So I'm just going to cut this off the best I can just to get it out of my way, so I can I can trim it up and clean it up later. I just got to get it out of my way. I'm going to build it back different. I got a better way, I think, and simpler, better way of doing it. But let me finish getting it cut off. Broke right there. This piece I'm gonna try to reuse this. It just got broke and twisted. It wasn't welded on very good. I'm going to clean that up and re-weld it on. That's a pretty solid piece of pipe right there. It's already bent, so they can't run up underneath us. So I'll reuse that. Hey guys, back out here in the garage this morning. Chase did leave out yesterday to go to Texas. They got a big storm down there, so he's gonna be down there for a while. Hopefully he'll be back for the next points race, which is not this weekend but the next. Hopefully we'll be back by then. But anyway, I'm about to weld this on. I'm just piecing this back in between here. It should have never been bent like that. The bumper should have never been hooked to this. This is just to support the frame this way to give it some more stability. So I'm gonna piece that back in now. Okay, so I got that piece welded back on. I actually had to patch it at the top because I burned a hole in both sides on the top. I welded better on the bottom than I did the top. But it's good. It's welded good now. But like I say, that should never get hit again. I'm going to redo the bumper different. It's going to be a lot better. But anyway, I was going to point out two things. You see I covered my fuel cell with this? That's a fire blanket. You can get them real cheap at Harbor Freight. It's worth getting one because cardboard is hard to piece around stuff, and it just catches on fire anyway. Cardboard does. But those blankets work real well for covering your wiring or your fuel cell up. Simple, and they are super cheap. And another thing, look at this huge extension cord I got. It's 50 foot long. It's a 50 foot long extension cord from a welder. I mentioned before that in one of the videos before, I had to push the car over to the welder. Well, I got this extension cord that's like 50 bucks off eBay, and it'll carry a welder. It's for a welder, and it works good, so that's pretty handy to have. But anyway, let's get back to it. Alright guys, I got this cleaned up and fitted back, and I got it held up with a jack nut. I'm gonna go ahead and tack it into place where it's at. Alright, I just got it tacked in place. I'm not gonna finish welding it today. I gotta get to work, but yeah. So tomorrow, I guess I'm gonna have to run and get some steel from a bumper. So that's what I'll do tomorrow. But I gotta get to work. So we'll see you in a couple days. All right, I'm back with the steel. There's my steel. Some 2-inch square tubing and some 1.25-inch round tubing. Chase, update on Chase. He did, like I say, head out to Texas, but now he's actually in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They're working the storm there. The storm, I guess, moved from Texas to there. So anyway, he's still gone. I don't know when he'll be back. Maybe a little while, but we got the steel, so let's get to building this bumper back. Okay, guys, I got the rear bumper done, and I really like it way better than before. Here it is right here. This piece of 1/8 inch 2x2 square tubing. It's a whole lot stronger than the other bumper was, but safer in the same weight. I pieced this in right here. Before, my other bumper had pieces tied into this, so whenever it crushed, it also bent this, which is connected to my frame, which that's not a good thing, you know. I don't want that. I want this to bend and not bend all this. So hopefully it'll take a better lick than the other one, but still protect my frame better than the other one. And then I added this bar on top. It's just to keep them from coming up over my bumper and getting into all this. I don't want them coming up over my bumper. So that should do its job, and it should bend easily, and it should be easy to fix. Now I've got it bolted on. All it is just a piece of tubing bolted on. I rounded the edges here, so hopefully, you know, if my get hit in nose piece, it won't poke a hole in the nose piece. And this right here, if it does bend, I thought about bolting it on, but one of the hardest parts is drilling the holes. So now that I can just have a piece of square tubing, I can take this off and just, you know, 30 seconds I can have that off, and I can easily just cut that, grind it down, and add another piece on very quickly. And hopefully for too long I'll have a tubing bender, and I won't have to splice it together. I can just, you know, bend a piece, set it down there, and weld it on. It'd be way better. But anyway, I like it way better. I think it's going to work out a whole lot better for us. Chase, you know, he went down to Texas. From there they went to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and from there they moved on to another place that I cannot pronounce the name, but they're still down there working that storm. So I don't know when he'll be back. Hopefully soon, but I still got a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna get to work, and hopefully I'll get all this done. And hopefully Chase will be back for the next race, because it's a points race. We've only got 2 more points races left. So hopefully he'll make it back. If not, we'll have to figure out something. But let's not worry about that yet. Let's get to work. People ask me all the time if I miss racing. Tell him the same thing I told my son when he started racing. Racing is a lot more than just driving. driving is important and definitely a huge part. But everything you do before and even after determines how well you do in the few laps that you're actually on the track. So I tell these guys, I don't miss it, because I am racing. Me and Chase, we're a team, and we race together. Everything we accomplish, we do it together. If you turn a wrench or change a tire, whatever it may be, even wash the car, you're a part of that team, and you're racing. They also say, why do you put all that time and money into it? Why do you do that? I don't know. Why does a hunter get up at 5 in the morning and go set in the freezing cold? Why does a mountain climber climb a mountain only to climb back down? I don't really have a good answer. We're racers, and that's what racers do. Hey guys, it's Friday and we're racing tomorrow. We pretty much got the car ready and Chase is back.
I made it back in time.
Good thing, because tomorrow's a points race,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Were you worried?
Not really. A little bit.
How long was you gone?
Like 8 or 9 days.
8 or 9 days.
Great state of Louisiana.
Started out in Texas, though, right?
Almost in Texas. Like 30 minutes from Texas.
They moved you around a lot?
Yeah.
You glad to be back though?
Yeah.
It was a fun experience though, right?
Yeah, it was a good experience. It was fun.
Yeah, it's
At
good.
times.
At times, it's all work though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he's back now, and we got the car pretty much ready. Other than we gotta do the tires. We gotta get our tires ready. Speaking of which, we got it extra hard today. That's where we just came from. PPM hooked us up with this extra hard. So that's one thing we're going to try. I think it'll help, right?
Yeah.
It'll at least help us to not burn our tire up. I don't know if it'll help us go faster, but it might help us stay more consistent through the race. But yeah, that's one thing. And of course, as you've seen in the video, we changed the gear to lower gear, and you think that'll help you?
Yeah. I don't know what all you did when I was going on.
Well, that's the big thing, is you change the gear.
Yeah.
So that should help you in what way?
I think it will allow me to get on the bottom where I need to be. I haven't really been able to get down. Well, I could have, but it just didn't feel fast, like as fast as where I've been running.
Yeah, so at least you'll be able to get down on the bottom and be able to be more comfortable and run more consistent times and take care of your tires a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it might help you slow the car down better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
so.
that's our one big change, and the other big change is no change at all. I don't guess you call it a big change, but we're gonna we're gonna keep the same setup in it as we had for the feature race, and see, he was a little tight going in the hot laps, and we're starting the hot laps at the same time as we did the last time we raced. So we're going to leave more bite in it. We had less bite. We think we didn't have enough bite for the hot lap, so we're keeping it exactly the same. See how that changes the car, and maybe we'll get a little bit better time. So we don't have to scale it anyway. Maybe we'll get better qualifying lap. So we're going to try that. We're going to try that anyway.
Yeah.
So we didn't do anything to set. That's our change. We didn't change nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of silly. Anyway, we just thought we'd get with you here and let you see Chase, since you ain't seen him the whole video, and let you know where plans are to race tomorrow night for a points race.
We ready to tell them where we also went today yet?
Oh,
We're gonna keep that a surprise.
maybe not yet. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll keep that a secret. Yeah. But anyway, hope you liked the video. Thanks to everybody that's subscribing, and like, comment, and subscribe. And what?
Also, we haven't said it much, but on Facebook, if anybody's on Facebook, go like our Facebook page. It's HR4 Hoffman Racing on there, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or did I change it?
I don't know.
Let me look. I think it's HR4 Hoffman Racing or HR4 Racing. Either one, it should pop up.
Yeah.
But go like our page on Facebook too.
Right. So you good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
All right. So like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.